Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of our YouTube Let's Play Football Manager 2020 video series. We're playing as Kaiserslautern. I'm Tony. The plan is basically to play through Bundesliga 3 to get to Bundesliga 1. We're doing it all through lockdown, so I hope you're enjoying the series so far. The first couple episodes have been league games, and then of course the last episode was that Cup Classic against Wolfsburg, where my word, we were put through the mill. That was an emotional roller coaster and a half. If you've not watched it, go and have a watch of that. And hopefully that sets up for the rest of the season. Since then, we've played a few games offline. The transfer window's closed, so we've got a little bit of transfer update to do today. And then we've got two matches as well, which we'll play through, which are Bayern Munich second team and FC Halle. There's not really a great deal for me to mention at this point. Obviously, if you're liking the videos, do hit like, hit share, hit subscribe to the channel, all those sorts of things that you know what to do on YouTube. Comment down below for what you like and comment what you think you might need to improve upon. But you know what? I'm rambling. Hit the music. We'll come in, we'll talk in a little bit. Welcome back everyone. As we say, this is episode 4. I'm Tony, and we did mention we've played a few games offline since the last episode, and there is the proof there. 10 games played. We are currently sitting proudly at the top of Bundesliga 3. 10 games played, 7 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat, a goal difference of plus 12, and quite frankly, I am loving life here in Kaiserslautern. Some of the results that we've had so far this season, we're doing well. We're scoring goals and we're not conceding, which quite frankly is what we were hoping for. We've beat Chemnitz 3-0, we beat Munster 3-1, 2-1 victory against Cologne. Würzburg, we played out a 1-1 draw. Rostock, embarrassingly, but you know, it's kind of to be predictable. We're sat top, they're sat bottom, we lose 2-1. Ingolstadt we beat 2-0, and then our final match before the one that we're about to show you now is I still can't pronounce how we actually pronounce this next team, but let's have a go. No, let's not have a go. I'm just going to show you potential. I'm going to show you the 3 goals that we scored, including one which is quite frankly a goal of the season contender. So this is the first of the 3 goals that we score. A nice little move, just ticked in. There's the Iceman, Bjarnason. He's obviously doing this. Now this is what we're talking about here. Look at that beautiful, beautiful skill. No idea who's touched anything, but Chifchi wheels away and he's claiming the goal. So fine, let him have it. And what about that for a ball? And then just a lovely little volley. So 3-0 against Unterching, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so that sort of sets us up nicely for coming into the game against FC Bayern, I think, which I'm very much looking forward to. And then, like I say, we're also going to play Halle this episode as well. So fingers crossed we'll keep this good run going. Yeah, so obviously transfer window's closed. I think we probably should really mention we didn't bring a load of players in. We did bring a couple. Obviously wanted a defender. I got this guy, got Steven Ambrosius, who's come in from Hamburg. He looks pretty tasty, to be honest, for a 20-year-old, and is doing a decent job as well. I think he's sort of cemented his role already with Kevin Krause at centre half. So I'm very happy with him. I think he's gonna be a good acquisition for this season, and add a bit of steel at the back, which obviously is what we needed when you saw the scouting reports. This guy, Willem Vorschager, was a player that was recommended to me the second I walked through the door at the club. To be honest, the scouts were going, this is a good player, let's have a look at him. We've taken him on loan. He is costing us a loan fee, which is probably not a great thing because financially we're not in great shape, but you know what, it's an extra bit of body in there. Plus it covers for the fact that we actually sold Gino Fechner to a team which is we sold Fechner and he's gone, and you know what, I didn't really want to sell him, but you know, bit of money comes in, might as well take it now rather than risk not getting it again at the end of the season. So anyway, that's the transfers done. Here we go. Bayern Munich second team are coming to our stadium. I'm very excited, to be honest. I think we're going to do a decent job. Hopefully we can keep this good run going. That's what I'm hoping for. So form-wise, obviously we're still the favourites, 1 to 3 favourites. But then again, you can't rule a Bayern Munich team out. I mean, I know they're sitting mid-table, but they're gonna have ability. They're gonna have players in there who are gonna look to step up to the Bayern Munich team. So let's not just take this for granted. League positions might not mean a lot here. We do have to make a slight change. Obviously, we've got an injury out on the wing, but Hemline comes back in, which is great. As he's played really well, to be honest. So other than that, we go back with what has pretty much been my sort of go-to 11, really. A grilling goal. Shad, Kraus, Ambrosius, Nanzak, Bachmann, Bergman, Chifchi, Pick, Heimlin, and the Iceman, Bjarnason up front. So hopefully we should sort of do fine with that. I'm confident enough. We're on a good roll. I don't see any reason why we can't beat Bayern Munich's second team. Can you? No, of course you can't. Of course you can't. Well, let's just tell the players. The players are going to be fine. They know what's going on. They don't want to sort of lose any momentum here. They want to keep that going because they know that the second I think that we lose a couple of games, then maybe doubt is going to creep in, and we don't want that. To be honest, it's too early in the season for doubt. So let's just keep telling them that they're world-class players, and hopefully they'll be able to sort of play up to that, really. So here we go. So here's Chifchi. Bergman's played a lovely ball out there, and Nanzak, and we've won a corner, which, as you will know if you've been watching the first few episodes, is pointless giving us corners. And yep, pointless again. No goal from a corner. So it's fine. If you've not watched the first couple episodes, we do have a little running theme where set players are not really sort of something we've worked on too much, I don't think, or something that's working particularly well. But never mind, it's going to be a long season. We can get some work on that. Not really a great deal happening in this match, to be honest, which is quite surprising. I thought we'd maybe have a few more interesting highlights coming up here. So it's just a bit of filler. Nanzik is going to play the ball at a Pick, and it's Bachmann, and that's a great ball to Pick, who's managed to just ghost back inside and just turned away by the goalkeeper. So it's a sign of intent, and it's another corner which comes to nothing. Here's Ambrosius, though, who has drawn a foul, so I suppose a corner is just as good as a free kick, which, by the looks of it, we've wasted again. So here's a throw-in. Let's see if we can do something with this. This is obviously where all the goals come from. Chifki back to Nanzik. He's put it in, and that's a great header, and it's off the bar, and it's away. Oh, that was inches from putting us in the lead. So I mean, look at three shots to none. So I would say Bayern know they're in a game now. And surely it's just a matter of time before we can start, converting some of these chances. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Still 0-0. Would you take 0-0 at half time? Yeah, probably. I suppose, if you'd have offered it beforehand, but 5 shots to 1. I'm confident we're going to be able to see this one through, to be honest. Possession-wise, 52%. We're playing that tiki-taka style, so I'm expecting to have a lot of the ball. And I think you're at home as well. You kind of want to try and impress the fans a little bit. So we will keep the bit more possession than the opposition, hopefully. So hopefully we can start turning the screw in the second half, because we want to kind of get a bit of daylight between us and Braunschweig, I think. At the top of the table, that would be quite handy. And Würzburg are on level points as well, so it's all to play for. Duisburg are only 2 points behind, and then you got then there's a little bit of a gap, to be honest, after that. So here's Shad, cuts it back, and then it's blocked again. And we cut back, and how many players? How many? Someone. What about that? It's bouncing around in the area, and everyone's getting in everyone's way. And it's like a pinball table in there, shot after shot after. He's hit his own man as well. We've hit the ball against our own player, and then it's come back out, and Bergman's just went, I've had enough of this. He puts his foot through the laces, and it's just flown past the keeper. Keeper's got no chance with that. That's the kind of goal you want to break the deadlock, to be honest. That's a good ball in. But hang on, we're maybe going to leave ourselves a little bit exposed on the counter-attack. And I had my heart in my mouth at that point. That was a great ball in. And thankfully, a terrible finish. So it remains 1-0. Nice touch there from our defenders there, where everyone bar the right back has managed to pick up a yellow card. So we're very much walking a tightrope at the back. We'll make a slight change, but maybe we'll bring Hertzer on for Nanzik, which just means that if you come through the centre of the defence, then we'll foul you and we'll concede a red card. But ball out now to Bachmann. It's Bergman. Back to Bachmann for Shard. And it's cleared out for a throw-in. Which is fine. We can take that. Just all about keeping the ball up their end. Just, keep the pressure on. That's all you got to do. 14 shots to 4. Like, we're running this game. But you can't be too confident, though, because, of course, all it takes is one mistake and they're back in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to, speaking of trying not to make mistakes, we're going to rest the Iceman for a little bit, bring Russa on, and hopefully he can do the business. So here's a great ball back to Shad, and then Chifchi, and it's hit the defender and it's spun out. Now, are we going to make another change? Let's make another little change, I think. Bergman's ran the show. He needs a bit of a rest. Let's get Vorshager on. And let's just tighten this up a little bit and kind of tweak the formation, maybe. Yeah, let's get it. Because he's probably better in it as a ball winner, so let's do that. And am I going to just... when you sort of think, right, I've got 15 minutes to go, don't want to change it too much, but let's stick 2 behind the ball and just have that little bit more defensive. Because Vorshager's coming on and he can play that role well, so let's hopefully see this one through, to be honest. If we win this is a really good 3 points again. Just keeping that momentum going, that's all we were hoping for at the start of the season, to get as many wins as you can under your belt at the start of the season, and then take some of the pressure off as the season continues. In the final minute. Corner. We all know how corners work out. Chifchi's going to swing it in. Great ball in, and it's headed away. And hang on, we've done that. That's nice. Pick's got it, and straight down the goalkeeper's throat. So he doesn't have to work too much for it, which is a bit of a shame. It would have been nice to have tested the goalkeeper a bit more, but never mind. Literally playing the last few seconds now. Referee should blow the whistle any second. So all we got to do is just keep that ball. And that's it. There's the 3 points in the bag. 1-0 victory over Bayern Munich, second team. Played really well. 19 shots to 4. We can't argue with that. 58% possession. What can you say? A nice continuation of that early season form that we've said from the start that we just want to keep doing. So everyone's happy. We've got to play Halle now. And I don't want to walk into this going, we're confident, because we're top and they've been bottom for a few games and then come up to second bottom. So you would think, on paper, this should be a fairly straightforward game. It should be a fairly straightforward victory for us. But this is football, innit? You can't predict anything. I mean, look at all those red dots. 1 green dot, 3 orange dots, and a whole load of red. Please don't let it be us that loses again. Nice to see Chifki second in the Player of the Month awards. I think he's done well to deserve that. Look at average rate 7.78. Finances, not really a great deal to talk about. Don't think we were expecting too much change at this moment in time. There is a little bit of money in the red there, 123 grand, which is not ideal. But here's a little summary of how they both think we're doing. B plus so far. I will take a B plus. Couple of red negatives, mainly around a couple of results. Obviously, the Rostock result. Sorry, the Wolfsburg result not mentioned obviously because of the fact that it was in the cup. But I thought that might have been a decent result. But we now have another league game to get ourselves back into the swing of things. We obviously need to play Halle. We said that they're coming in with terrible form. They're also coming in with Willy Sagnol, the former French international fullback, as their manager. This is like amazing, right? Okay, Halle are now going to be one of my favourite teams. I think if they've got Willy Sagnol in charge, then that's outstanding. Like I'd almost forgotten about Willy Sagnol, to be honest, until I saw that there. I probably wasn't expecting that. We'll mention that we're making a slight change to the team as well. Hercher has come in for Nanzik. Are we going to make any more changes? I don't know. I think I'm happy enough with that as it is. I know it for you guys maybe sort of sitting there going, well, if you're just going to play the same team, then why? I mean, but you want to get that blend, don't you? Get a bit of sort of understanding going with the boys now. Oh, they're playing a diamond. Willy Sagnol loves a diamond. There's There's a t-shirt slogan actually. Willy Sagnol loves a diamond. Right, we're going to make those. Put a little comment in the box down below if you want a Willy Sagnol loves a diamond t-shirt, and we'll get them made up. So yeah, let's go. Like Willy Sagnol, man. Like if at some point during this game Vicente Lizarazu is manager of a team as well, then this is going to be epic. Like, gonna have a great time here. We're wearing blue as well, by the way, just in case anyone's not following this one. So here's Kraus, is Ambrosius. Kraus, lovely ball for a centre half there. There's Hercher, who's whipped the ball in, and it's dropped down, and we're already a goal up. 42 seconds in. Florin Pick has broken the deadlock. I think he picked the knockdown from the Iceman Bjarnason. Great ball in from Hertner. And look at that. It's Helmline, in fact, who's knocked the ball down. And Pick, first one. That's his 4th goal already this season. He's playing at left wing. And he's got 4 goals already in 11 games. So that's 12 games now, I should say. Sorry. So that's pretty decent return, to be honest. I'll take that. Nice early start as well, and that throws their game plan out straight away. It settles the nerves as well. For if we were thinking, we're going to go in there and they're going to throw us up a little sort of, I don't know, like if they're the underdogs and they're going to throw a little surprise, then we've taken a bit of wind out their sails early doors and given ourselves a bit of a cushion. Sorry, I was just taking a slight inhale of breath there as they headed the ball straight at Grill. Just keep an eye on the league. We're starting to make a bit of daylight now between the teams around us, which is good. Again, not really a great amount of highlights. Half an hour in, bar the goal from Pick, and I suppose a chance really for them. Here's Bachmann back to Ambrosius. Ambrosius, look at that, sensible play all the way back to the goalkeeper. And then just a nice little ball rolled out to Kraus. And here's Hemline, who's going to just whip the ball in. And that's 2-0. 2-0. Florin Pick, again, just ghosting into the box. Gets his head on the end of the cross. And quite frankly, I think, he's rode the tackle well there, hasn't he? Hemline. And that's a great ball in. And look at that. Oh, it's come off the back of the defender's head as well. But he's still got three defenders that are looking the wrong way, and he's gone in and he's just popped it in on his head there. So nice, very nice, very, very nice indeed. That should really, look at that. Yeah, complacency is setting in now from players. They need to get a bit of a telling off, I reckon, because I'm not having that. Yes, we're 2-0 up against the bottom of the league, but you still shouldn't get complacent. I'm going to go a bit assertive here. Get them telt, as they say in the northeast, and that's exactly what I've just done there. So, where are we at now? Here's Ambrosius to Hertha. And to be quite honest, I think, if we can bang another 3 points in the bag here, very, very happy indeed. Very happy. This is turning into a great start for the season. Also seem to knock some of that complacency out of players as well. We've now gone down to only 2 players who are a bit complacent, Kraus and Chifke, but I'm not really happy about it, but I suppose I'll let them off because we're playing well. But I'd rather they weren't. I'd rather they were focused. Here's Hertha to Bachmann. Bachmann, lovely ball across. Here's Chifke. Now it's Shad. Great ball in, headed away. And it's coming back out now to Shad. Shad, that's a better ball. Oh, he's nearly... Oh, that was nearly one of those comical goals you get when the fullback whips it in. The goalkeeper just goes, I've got this, I haven't got it. And unfortunately, the Iceman just half a yard behind the defender. Otherwise, I think that would have been 3-0. That's not going to be 3-0 because that's a corner. Is another corner, which is lovely. 2 points ahead of Würzburg now, and 4 ahead of Duisburg at the top of the league. Great ball in, and the keeper's come for it, I think, and missed it, but we've also missed the goal. So 15 minutes still to play. Starting to dominate now. We're up to 7 shots there on 3. Possession-wise, look at 69% compared to 31. I don't think the result's really any doubt now, to be honest. I'm confident with 5 minutes to go that we're going to see this one out, and that's going to be another tick in the in the spreadsheet for us, which is just a little bit of knocking the ball around. And there it was. That's another 3 points in the bag, as we say. 2-0 up against Halle. 8 shots to 3, 68% possession. And quite frankly, I think now is a decent time to save the game, play a few more games offline. I'm having a great time here, to be honest. I'm loving it. So hopefully you guys are as well. We'll play some more games offline. We'll come back in a few weeks. We'll come back for Mannheim, which is the local derby. So we'll get the derby game on the go for the next match. Mannheim and maybe even the next game as well. As I say, I hope you're enjoying the series. If you do like the videos, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe to the channel. Hit me up if you want a Willie Sangyol Loves a Diamond t-shirt. We'll get those sorted out as well. But as I say, please show a bit more love, and we'll see you back next week for another video.